afraid of?
Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. I am your host, Roman. This, my dear friends, is our last show of the Pops. Are you wearing a bunny suit?
No, not a bunny suit at all. It's the Pink Nightmare.
Well,
if you don't know what it is, that should put you in timeout. I'm now the host of the show. You're completely. If you don't even know what the right reference is, you've been demoted.
Oh, no.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I thought this was a Christmas show. You should know this, right?
It's absolutely a Christmas show, and he should be demoted.
It's our last show of the year, at least our last planned show of the year. Who knows what's going to happen next week? Nobody knows. Some strange things might happen, but right now this is it. And we are talking about our favorite Christmas movies. We have a wonderful panel here with us tonight. We have some of our old favorites and a lot of some of our special guests, which is always wonderful to have over here on Of the Empire. So let's go around the horn and do our introductions, and then we're going to dive into before we get rolling. The definition of a Christmas movie by Of the Empire standards is any movie that has Christmas in it. Therefore, Copa, our good friend Copa Ex Machina, decided today that by those standards, First Blood would be a Christmas movie, and yes, that stands. Yes. So just so you know how this is going to work.
So Prometheus and Eyes Wide Shut and all these things are not off the table.
Also Christmas movies. You can throw anything in the mix. Wow. It doesn't mean you're not going to get made fun of it, but you can throw it in the mix.
I just picked up a DVD of First Blood.
Well, the fact that Pops has just endorsed Eyes Wide Shut. Wow.
Well, there's Christmas in it. I was just going by his definition. I'm making sure I can clarify how broad of a definition that is.
It's pretty broad, but Mando, it's not so broad that the Ghost and the Darkness qualifies as a Christmas movie.
They do say Merry Christmas in that movie, though.
It was scary for me, so I consider it a horror movie.
You are never going to live past that. So,
people died.
Going around the horn.
If it happened in real life, it's not a horror movie.
He is my partner on this channel. He is my wingman. He once stopped me from bombing the North Pole because, and I'm quoting, dude, the kids. He is Shieldwall of Dragons. Welcome back, my friend. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Got a great show for you tonight. Look at this panel. People in all kinds of costumes and other people that just look funny.
Okay, thanks.
A little bit of both.
Are you referring to Roman?
Yes, absolutely. Christmas time, this holiday season. Hopefully everyone's having a good time, having a good time of year. I just want to say thank you for having me on so many times. This is a little over a year now for me being on the show with Roman and everybody, and being on Jacob's show as well on Tuesdays. But I just want to say thank you for the opportunity, and it's great being on these panels. I've learned so much from all kinds of different people that I've interacted with, so it really means a lot to me to be on these kinds of things. So I appreciate the opportunity to be here and talk about all the things that we love, and unfortunately sometimes it's some things that we don't like that we wish were better, and deservedly right, they should be better. But anyway, So yeah, let's get on with the show.
All right, on. Cheers, brother, and I'm glad to have you with me along for the ride. It's been fantastic, and I'm not dead yet. She will tell you if this is the way. She once traveled to the North Pole to kick Krampus's ass just because she didn't like his name. She is Untamed Mando. Welcome back, Mando. How are you?
Doing well. Just got off of yesterday. I had a really great gaming stream and all that good stuff, and excited for the holiday season, and my calendar's already starting to fill up. And also, I do have 3 Christmas movies, not Christmas adjacent. There are 3 Christmas movies, and if anyone disagrees with me, you're a bigot.
Is there a lion in any of these movies?
Actually, yes, there is one.
One rule, Mando. We had one rule.
Drummer boy. In the little drummer boy, there is a lion.
He is the nemesis of the Dark Knight, the scourge of Gotham. He is Joker voice. Welcome back, my friend. How are you?
Oh, I am just peachy keen in this glorious time of year, which one of the best episodes of Batman the Animated Series is Christmas with Joker, just saying. And I am so glad to spend this time with one of the original and now extended members of the Sister family.
Week,
Careful, you might cut your nose off.
I can't stop it. I like to. I can't. God love them. He is the red-headed giant in the land of the rising sun. He is James Harris, the Jinja Ninja. Welcome back, buddy.
Ho, 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 ho. Thank you, Roman, for having me on your show today. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, it's wonderful to be here. Hello, Nomi. Have you been a good girl this year?
It's Ninja Claus.
What?
I will throw out whatever you do, don't sit on his lap.
Hey now.
Well, I especially not right now. I have this. The suit is on the top, but I can't confirm or deny the bottom.
See, it got weird just like that, folks.
You made it weird.
Wait, I'm frozen.
No,
Am
you're
I
not.
frozen?
No,
You're
you're not frozen.
That's fine.
Oh,
You're fine.
no.
You're all
I
good.
can't live like this. Okay, I'm
Roman,
unfrozen.
can you
I'm
hear
unfrozen.
us?
And speaking of unfrozen, he is the unfrozen Avenger who has a strained affection for the Olive Garden breadsticks. He is JT Gunn, a.k.a. Cap. Welcome.
Hey.
First time on the show, JT.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
You don't have an applause.
I'm not the fan of Olive Garden. You are. You have quite a bit of little mini ads out there that I keep stumbling on. There's actually one that was just posted on your live stream post on Twitter right now.
Yes.
And it has a very revealing
Why, JT? Why?
statue to it. So, I mean,
Show it.
Oh my
Show
God, that's so
it.
much worse.
Show it.
Wow,
Show it.
that's
Show it.
actually
Show
that's
it.
Show it.
Show it.
All right, settle down, kids.
Hey.
Oh God. All right, so I'm gonna.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, thanks, buddy. What happened here? Presents. Oh no, I've caused. I don't know what I've done here. Stop screen.
Don't stop stream.
I've
Don't
already
press the red
derailed the
button.
screen. I've already derailed.
Don't press the
Screen.
red
Here
button.
we go. Sure. No, I didn't press the. I wasn't going for red button. I was going for.
I mean, pretty soon
God.
you should have a sponsorship for them.
If I was
You
getting
really
royalties for these things, it would be a lot better. And that is it's the gift that keeps on giving, JT. It's
Okay. I love it.
Absolutely glorious.
JT, think of the children. Wow. He is the yin to my yang, using his powers for good instead of evil. He is Pops. Welcome back to the show, my friend. You and your pink nightmare.
It is indeed. It is time to celebrate all things Christmas, even though I think your definition is a little too broad. I am very thrilled to be here and have that conversation with everybody. So good times, my friends.
Right on, right on. And you had a wonderful show just before this. Really, you had a very solid. To be fair, all of your shows are solid because you're an actual professional, unlike me that bumbles through this. That's why you're the good twin. I'm the evil twin. We've discussed this. But yeah, it's fantastic end of the year show, bud.
It was a blessing to have so many great folks in, and some of those folks are here with us now. And I feel so blessed to be able to do this, and the fact that people want to hang out and talk to us about all things nerdy is still kind of mind blowing. But yeah, I love every minute of it. Thanks for having me again here.
Right on, right on. He is the meme master of the interweb. He is Jacob Ironside. Welcome back, pal. Good to have you.
What up?
It's
good to be back. It is good to be
Fan
back.
of the scissors.
A fan of the scissors. A fan of the scissors. We appreciate fans of the scissors here in the Scissor family. In the Scissor family, we cherish all scissor adjacent peoples and anyone who appreciates the scissors.
What about left-handed scissors?
That works too.
I have those.
Okay. All right.
They don't make those.
Yes, they do. They do.
Fabric scissors count?
Yes, they do make left-handed scissors.
We do not discriminate against size, type, or color of the scissor.
They do make left-handed scissors.
I've got samurai scissors.
They make non-binary scissors.
Made in Japan.
Don't you start, man.
They also make gardening scissors, spaghetti scissors.
Is this like from Forrest Gump? Like
yes, exactly.
Scissors,
garlic scissors,
pinking shears.
There it is. And even
yes.
Yes.
Some say that's a Christmas.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
that is definitely a Christmas movie.
I would agree.
Definitely.
She is so nice. She made every page of Santa's nice list. She is Nomi the Only, back with us again. It's wonderful to have you back, Nomi. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Nomi
Yeah, it's been a hot. Wait, what do I lie about?
That you're on the nice list. Stop it now.
No, that's impossible.
No, you're just jealous that you're not on it.
That's true.
That's what she said.
That's also true. So there is a naughty list, a nice list, and then you're not just getting coal in your stocking list. I'm on that one. It's an unfortunate reality.
And you'll all be sorry. Get it? You'll be sorry.
Just like that, at the show, you don't know what happened to her.
All right, I'll see myself out. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for that.
There's coal in your stocking this year. Honey.
Oh my
God! All fun while it lasted. It was all fun while it lasted.
Oh, America throws a tomato.
Like it doesn't take long, folks. It doesn't take long.
Tough crowd.
He is the man that knows all the things about all the things. He is Yippee-ki-yay, Matter Fracker. He is the unbearable 73. That it shouldn't be our good friend, Matt. Welcome back, buddy. How are you?
As well as can be expected in the People's Republic of New Jersey, so it's got to keep on trucking.
You understand.
Could be worse.
As a member of the occupied lands myself, I am with you. All right, so let's say hi to the chat real fast. We have with us America's 2001. Welcome and Merry Christmas. Lawrence Knight, welcome. Emperor Doomsday.
That's right. Safety scissors do count.
That's
yes, Squeaker! Yes!
Angry Canadian. Hello,
Angry.
Corey Cochran, welcome. The lovely Sherry. Good to have you with us. Durka. Boosh McFadden, welcome.
Hey,
Release the Kraken is with us. Welcome. Steak Kenobi, welcome.
What's up, Steak?
Nice.
I like Steak. Good job.
Welcome to the channel. He's bumbling his way through life, wandering, bumping into things. He may be on fire. Nobody knows. Someone stop him now.
I mean, if you were on fire, it'd be kind of very like your reaction is very great. Like
it's true. It's true. Wookie, be bad. Welcome to the Wook. And I think that's about everybody now, unless someone else hopped on down here at the bottom. Nope, I think we are good right now. So welcome to everyone. Tonight we are talking about Christmas
breadsticks.
movies. We gave our loose definition.
Not breadsticks.
No.
Garlic butter.
And this does
a garden of olives.
Like
gnocchi soup,
fresh made salad with
pork Italy.
So I actually don't even remember this conversation. I had to ask Joker about it because we all met in Vegas and I was so drunk. I'm like, did I talk to him about Olive Garden for some reason?
Man,
you said you loved it.
Man, Roman, you and I had a hell of a time in Vegas.
You literally told me I wish Olive Garden was 24 hours.
No, that doesn't sound like even drunk me wouldn't say that. And drunk me says some weird stuff sometimes. But so we're gonna get started here because I was the sober one, so bit of a time limit. I can adjust. So JT, since you are new, we are gonna start with you, and your first choice on the list that you gave me, and not everybody has a list, and that's fine. But JT, he planned was Jingle All the Way.
Oh, I didn't know if we were going in order here. But,
no, I tried to pick the new people first. You being the
I meant the order that I gave you. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, if you want to talk about something else, that's fine. I can.
No, you.
Would you rather talk about something?
No, you already got it. So yeah, Jingle All the Way. Pops knows. I'm a big fan of this.
I mostly just bumble through this, so I'll probably continue to do that. So Jingle All the Way. What is it about this film that you love?
Well, like I mentioned on Pop's channel,
forget about this movie.
This movie is one of the ones that you always forget, but it's fun because it's Arnold, where he doesn't take himself too seriously. He plays a bumbling dad, and he's trying to find a toy for his son. And if you lived in the '90s as a kid, this was sort of real. You as a parent,
no, you're not wrong.
Had to
I didn't know
find
Jinja was in this movie.
had to find a toy at the last minute, and so did everyone else because it was the most popular toy. There wasn't Amazon. There wasn't things you just couldn't order right away.
Yeah,
you had to
that was
local
before the
Target
Amazon days. It was tough.
Yeah,
it was tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fisticuffs to get in there.
Yeah, Phil Hartman's
people had to go to the hospital after Black Fridays and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and again, if you were a fan of the '90s kids, you grew up watching Power Rangers and things like that. So it has a very good vibe about that. The Turbo Man looks like a Power Ranger, I would say.
It does.
Yeah, so it's got Anakin Skywalker's in it.
Yep.
So.
Really?
I forget about that. Yeah.
A bit of trivia for you guys. So you see all the Santas in that movie. The people who played them are uncredited, unattributed or whatever. But if you go hunt down the list of people who hunted down who was in that, there's a lot of famous comedians, some actors who cameoed. Like you would be shocked, like, oh, that guy was in there, and it was like they were like, let's just get someone to play these Santas, and like Phil Hartman was asking around with comedian friends and sorts. Like they're all on unattributed cameos. There's a name for that. I can't remember. Uncredited cameos. But
is that Sinbad?
Yes, it is.
Yes, that is Sinbad.
Yeah, he's the postman that is also trying to get the same toy for his son. So they're both dads who just failed at the end there.
And this plays off the '90s trope of mailman going crazy.
Yes, it does.
That was a thing in the '90s.
The Attack Reindeer 2 was always a great addition.
Going postal.
Yeah, going postal. And do you remember? There's even a scene in this movie where they have to show up to get the prize, which is Turbo Man, and they win it off a radio station. Do you remember when radio stations would have you call in to win toys? Mm-hmm. So that was something that happened.
You'd actually make requests, and then they would play it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
great
I love how
Robert
JT
Conrad.
speaks of this as though it's
Wait,
such it's
that
like
was the
this
Hulk.
it's this unique thing. It was the only way you could get some of these
Right.
things. Like Tickle Me, even
Oh,
up until
yeah.
Tickle Me Elmo, because this stuff started back at
yeah.
like Cabbage
just
Patch
thinking about
Dolls,
that
right?
one.
Cabbage
Yeah.
Patch Dolls in the
I
80s.
remember
Yes.
that.
But Jingle All the Way kind of captured at least this ridiculous, robust, Black Friday reaction to toy shortages.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, Pop. So that's why I enjoy it now as an adult, and I enjoyed it as a kid just because I had Arnold in it, and it was just fun. But as an adult, you kind of chuckle because you remember your parents possibly doing something like this to get your favorite.
Oh no,
toy.
we all did. I remember. I mean, Pops brought it up. Again, I mean, he and I are of the same era.
So am
Tickle
I.
Me Elmo. My daughter, she didn't want to Tickle Me Elmo because she's special needs. She didn't know, but my wife and I saw it, and we're like, man, she would really like one of those. And of course, they didn't exist. So we found a Tickle Me Elmo stuffed under a beanbag chair in some other part of the store. We're like wandering around looking for other stuff, and I'm like, and
You
I pick it
stole
up, I'm
that
like,
from some little.
I'm
kid.
like, it's there. Oh no. Well, I stole it from someone who was hiding it because whatever. that's
Yeah,
their
they were
problem.
stashing that for later.
They were
Right. I remember as a
Jinja Ninja right now.
I remember as
that's
like
a
a
big
little
show.
kid, my mom and uncle and my sister, like we would all like go Black Friday shopping, and like my sister and I were placeholders, and sometimes we were the little gremlins that's like, here, hide this somewhere else in the store because we have to get it later, and like I'd go like
That's
hide it someplace.
Paul White, the Big Show from wrestling.
Right.
Paul guy.
Yep.
Yeah, there's this is a fun scene where he fights the Santas.
This is one of the best scenes of the whole movie.
It is. Yep. And Phil Hartman's great in this movie too. He's kind of a creep, but he's just
kind of a creep.
Yeah, he's just awesome. He's just awesome. In it. It's just fun. So.
Yeah, we
I'm gonna
we
share
called
something.
we called a radio show to try to win Tickle Me Elmo. I remember that very specifically. Yeah,
That thing.
But did you?
I think
But
they-
did you
they-
call? But did you call doing your Casey Kasem voice?
No, this was long before the Casey Kasem voice really had perfected itself. But yes, we can. There are times where that would be the case of when radio, because giveaways are kind of a natural thing in radio. It would be that way for like concert tickets or things like that. And the best is when you're.
So what would a Casey Kasem Tickle Me Elmo giveaway sound like?
Oh boy.
Hold on, I have to get into the mode.
He's getting
You called him on the spot.
I mean, I can like press my little button over here and make it sound like I'm on the radio, but that's little cheap.
All right, folks, it's WROTE. That's right. It's your Christmas music station ready to get you all hooked up for the end of the year to get you that toy that you need. That's right. We have a Tickle Me Elmo for caller 13 right now. That's right. Forget the holiday rush. Forget all the craziness out there. Little Macy is asking for one. Little Jimmy may not want that. He's got his Transformer Optimus Prime. You did a great job there, Mom and Dad. But what about little Stacy? Caller 13 right now will be a winner. All right. You are caller 1, caller 2,
Wow.
caller 3, caller 4. Caller 5, so close. Caller 6. Oh, caller 7.
I remember you had to wait and like try to get it. Okay, do you think enough calls have gone through to try to be caller 13?
And you would just get to the end and to entertain yourself, you'd be like, all right, hey there, caller, what's your name? Oh, I'm sorry, you're caller number 12.
Oh, dang it.
Doesn't he look awesome
Zax,
there,
Zax,
Arnold?
I don't think you won, Zax. No. And Nos. No.
No, Dos, please. No.
What kind of strip clubs have you been going to, Nas?
Right?
Yeah. Not the there are not wholesome strip clubs unless I'm mistaken. So Jingle All the Way. Like I said,
there's Anakin right there.
Yeah.
Oh, is that him?
Poor Jake.
Yeah.
Jake Lloyd.
Like young Anakin, not
Baby Anakin.
Not proper adult. Oh, that's before he
Anakin who can
destroyed his
act.
career.
And this came, I believe this aired. This was right before episode 1.
He got the job right after this. Mhm.
Yeah.
This is the
Hit the
Anakin to actually
nose.
act.
And that wrecked his life.
I do not blame that
And-
guy. That guy was messed up by the people. I mean, this guy was treated badly at show. I remember being at a show and people were treating him badly. It was so over the top. Like,
So if,
yeah.
yeah, if you go back a few, there was a picture of Roman when he eats breadsticks.
That's not funny.
Oh, baby Roman.
So-
No, sorry.
So I've actually never seen this movie.
Really?
I
Yeah.
am either.
Roman.
It's
No, it looks
mindless,
like-
silly
it looks like it's more
shenanigans.
fun.
Once.
It's good 90s humor. It's really fun. So
Nomi, the amount of films that you haven't seen, stop.
Joker. This is the one movie that I did grow up watching, so you better watch your mouth.
Yeah,
here.
I think this is her chance to
Careful,
be
don't
like
No,
everyone
we
else.
gonna
Nomi,
shit
please.
you.
This is her
Pops.
chance to be like everyone else when they figure out someone's never seen Aliens before or something.
Pops, correct me if I'm
That's
wrong.
true.
I
That's
believe
also not
I believe this was one of Phil Hartman's last movies too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was
Before he
thinking. It had to be getting close to the time. James, what are you working on there, buddy?
Oh, what do you think this is?
Is that
That's a
Yoda?
gremlin.
Gremlins?
Looks like
That's a
Yoda.
gremlin. Yes.
It's a gremlin.
Aw.
It's not
Gremlins.
Yoda.
Wait, it's
Come
not a
on,
meep?
Wow.
You shut your dirty mouth.
Wow.
We'll have none of that here.
Yeah,
All right,
Phil passed a couple years after this dropped, but because he still had some work he did on like news radio
Right.
and Third
Yeah,
Rock and
mhm.
stuff like that. There's a quick little role he did in like I think Small Soldiers.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the little role in there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
wasn't he the voice of Gigi and Kiki's Delivery Service? Like
Is
the
he
Hayao
Gigi?
Miyazaki? Yeah, I think he was
Was?
Gigi.
That sounds
The, black,
I don't know what we're
the
talking
black cat.
about.
right.
Oh, he
Yeah.
might,
I
think
he
so.
might have been in the American dub.
Yeah, the American.
I
dub.
only ever saw it in Japanese.
I'm sorry, I was on Phil Hartman and she transitioned over to Sinbad without me. I didn't keep up. My bad.
Sorry, I'm just a fan of Hayao Miyazaki.
As you should be.
Yeah.
As you
should watch
should
it in English.
No, Jay. No, tickle me gooch. Wow. Okay, so let's move on here. So James, are you ready to discuss a movie? I don't want to disrupt you.
Oh yeah, sure, of course, no problem.
All right, what do you got here? So I can.
Well, I don't really have anything. Do you want me to share something with you, or
Well, what
I think
movie?
I have a
What's
guess.
the Christmas movie you, sir, would like to
the
discuss?
one that I, without a doubt, I watch every year, which always brings a big smile to my face, is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That is a
Ah.
favorite. That is
Yeah.
a favorite.
And
It's funny. Christmas vacation. I can type
yeah,
with
and
my 9 good fingers.
if for those of you who don't know, I'm originally from North Carolina, so from the South. And every time I watch that movie, it's like, okay, they captured it. Yep, that's
They
how
did.
our families are.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
Like to a T. And we've all got our that uncle that we don't talk about. The
Mhm.
one that
Eddie?
we're like, oh, I hope he doesn't
Eddie?
show up.
Mhm.
Yes, there you go. Eddie,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
This movie brought more one-liners to Christmas
Oh,
than I
gosh,
think
yeah.
any other movie before it. Maybe A Christmas Story, but
Maybe.
pound
Yeah,
for
it came up-
pound,
yeah.
this
Oh,
one
okay.
Shoot
has
your
a
eye out,
ton
kid.
of one-liners.
yeah,
Yeah, I would say that you
Yeah,
could-
you'll shoot your eye out.
We watch this one quite a bit in our household too. So
yeah. I was.
Yeah, we already.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, James.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. We watched this, and well, of course, my wife, she's Japanese, so some of the humor just kind of goes over her head, whatever. And my daughter, she's only 8 years old, so But so it's just me on the sofa watching it and just laughing my ass off. And everybody's just
course.
looking like, why is Daddy laughing? But yeah, it's one of
That's
those.
not important, kids. Just go with it.
I just don't
Um,
get why he waited he waited the last minute on everything. He waited the last minute to get his tree. He waited the last minute to put
Oh,
his
no, it
lights
was
up. He
hilarious.
waited-
Yeah, it's-
he waited the last minute to do everything in this movie. It was all went wrong.
I love how she's always protecting the family jewels.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is important. This is really important.
Like he should have put the lights up like literally like the day after Thanksgiving, and he would have been
Mhm.
fine. He
The-
should have.
The funniest
it.
part of this movie for me is the squirrel in the Christmas tree.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh! They all run screaming. It's
I always wanted a sequel with his neighbors. Like, what happened to them?
Oh
Like,
God,
what-
Julia
what-
Louis-Dreyfus and,
Yep,
the beta guy.
Yeah.
Man,
Mhm.
anytime something goes wrong in our house at Christmas, my wife, Mrs. the Empire, says, "And why is the carpet all wet, Todd?" And I go, "I don't know, Margot." And that's how we know something's gone wrong.
There are his and her shirts that say that, just so you guys know.
Oh my God!
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. No, this movie, when it landed, was just like a game changer because I saw this in the theater. I actually still worked in the theater when this dropped, and the promotion for this in a mall, they had these big glass windows and they had the massive mannequin of Clark upside down wrapped in all those lights. It was such an eye grabber.
Yes.
Everyone wanted to go see. It was completely the buzz. And this is the scene. You know, are you surprised, Clark? He's like, I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet. I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now.
My two favorite parts are when they cut the turkey and it just kind of
Oh.
desiccates, and then
I see the heart.
when he turns on his Christmas lights and it blacks
that
out.
would be
the whole
such a good
neighborhood.
gag.
Oh yeah, that's
Right.
Yep. I like
Oh,
when the
and
grandpa
this is interesting thing. This is Leonard from Big Bang Theory.
Correct.
I
Well,
see.
yeah, but
Yes, you
Yep.
pointed it out. Yes, the eyes.
It's also the
Mhm.
kid from Roseanne.
Roseanne. Yep.
Mhm.
I don't know what Roseanne is.
What?
You haven't seen the TV show Roseanne?
I know.
No, yeah, I'm with Roman on that.
What?
I
What?
literally don't know.
Oh my
Look,
god.
I didn't see everything. She'll
was
see
he
it later,
also-
Clark. Her eyes are frozen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just the cat.
Somebody in the
cat.
chat was asking about the
Dead
daughter
cat.
in this.
Uh-huh.
She went on to be in
Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Juliet
A
Lewis.
ton of stuff.
Juliet Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah.
She also has a band that which not many people know about, but she does have a band.
Well, can we get to the jelly of the month? My favorite part is the Tylenol rant, and we'll talk about how he pulled the scene off.
My God.
Because this
That
is the
is-
best
that
ever is the Tylenol
it
rant.
is.
Because if you guys don't know the Tylenol rant, you guys know the Tylenol rant, right? If you're looking for any last minute gifts for me, I have one. I'd like Frank Shirley, my boss, right here tonight. I want him brought here from his happy holiday slumber over here on that Melody Lane with all those little rich people. And I want him brought here with a big ribbon on his head. And I want him to look straight in the eye. And I want to tell him with a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, floor flushing, low life, snake licking, dirt eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood sucking, dog kissing, brainless, wordless, lifeless, bug eyed, stiff lipped, spotty lipped, worm headed sack of monkey crap he is. Hallelujah. Holy crap. Where's the Tylenol?
Mhm.
You did that perfectly, man.
Wow. That
Oh
was
my
great.
Wow.
Well done. So did Chevy Chase ad lib that?
No,
or
he did not.
he-
They all wore
he did?
cue
Oh,
cards
too
around
bad.
their neck. They wore cue
Oh,
cards.
did they? Oh,
It was all
Yes.
it was all
Hilarious.
random,
Wrapped in
so he
bow.
could just be in the moment and go around and do what he needed to do. But they all had different phrases hung around their neck. Who outed him? I forget who it was. It'll come to me in a minute, I'm sure. Who it was that outed
What I
him.
really love about this movie is like you can appreciate it at like different when you're at like a different point in your life. Like now that
Very
I'm a
much.
father and I realize like, you know, getting all the Christmas lights undone and having all the family over and making sure everybody's happy. Like you can just relate with so many things at different points in your life with this movie.
So who? What point in life are you the uncle?
Oh,
Hopefully none.
I'm
Ideally none.
yeah, hopefully not. No, like if I was to go back to the States, I'm from the South. I'm from the South, so yeah, we've all got that uncle, and I
Everyone
don't
has
think
that
I'm
uncle.
I don't think I'm that uncle now, but you know,
If you
I still
don't
hope
think
for
you
the
have that
future.
uncle, you're that uncle.
Exactly.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, Chevy Chase was infamous for not being able to ad lib. Even other comedians would give him crap about it.
Oh, really?
That's
That's
true.
hilarious.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
He-
I
if
would
you-
say this is my favorite Chevy Chase film.
Oh yeah.
Just hands down. I don't like other films that people like the Chevy. And you can throw fruit at me for this later. I hate Caddyshack. I don't like it as a movie. I don't like any
Whoa.
part of Caddyshack.
We
I don't
kick
like
him
the
off his
world
own
of
show.
Caddyshack.
We put him in
Wow.
timeout.
Nothing.
I mean,
I
he's
like
kicked
nothing
himself
about
off his own show before, so it's
Good
possible.
point.
That's
it seems
true.
like it's something
That
we
is
can
true.
I'm going to call that spider
That's
back.
it's actually not that hard.
Ah,
If
there he
things
is.
get
He's a
crazy,
genius. The goat. Oh, I love this guy so much. He's so good. Since you're not doing anything, can you bring me my stogie?
It was an ugly tree anyway.
Yeah, let's talk about
and this
William
Beverly
Hickman.
D'Angelo. How hot she
this is
looked.
bigger than your old house. Everybody has one of these too. Don't push me over, Clark. I'll try not to, Aunt Bethany.
You couldn't hear a dump truck drive through a nitroglycerin plant.
Yeah. Blessing.
Play ball.
Blessing.
You can
this-
tell.
There he
this
is. There
You
it
can tell
is.
this
This is up
family
there in
does not.
easily my top 3
Yeah.
certainly modern Christmas movies. They don't because
I don't know if
we'll
it's
probably
modern
get to one of
anymore.
the other ones soon, but they don't really make very good Christmas movies anymore.
What,
I
you
would
don't think
disagree.
all of the Hallmark
And this
Channel
one's-
isn't the best Christmas series movies
Yeah,
ever?
you need to subscribe to Jay Harang, and it'll make you have a new appreciation of those movies because that man knows how to tear up those movies properly and make you laugh.
Oh my god!
Lord.
Yeah. Also,
yes, Copa. Shitter was full.
Shitter was
what kind of timeline are
these
we in
things,
where
all
a
these
1989 movie is new?
Yeah, it's modern.
Yeah.
But it is.
It
There
is.
wasn't- think the gap between
And then the
this
poor
and next
neighbors
great
just
one,
get blinded.
I
Oh, I
love,
know.
yeah.
It's
It
so good.
escalates every single time with them.
Also, the answer to your question about why they don't make any good Christmas movies is because they don't make any good movies at all anymore.
Period.
They
yeah.
can't do
That
do
is correct.
comedy.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
So
Oops.
What's up, Cannoli?
Well, we
Cannoli,
did just get a
cannoli.
great movie for the
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
Beard of Liberty.
Beard.
A beard.
The beard.
So yeah, this like I said, that to me that's just one of the best modern. I also like her. He was a huge, bulging man.
burly.
That's when describing
Right.
Randy Quaid. That's just,
Whatever happened to him? Is he still like in Canada in a mountain?
Yeah, they went up there.
He went crazy a little bit.
Yeah,
he went crazy a little bit. And I think
The
it's okay.
aliens.
I think it's okay.
The
The aliens
aliens.
got him. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
take a look
Yeah.
and see what James has got going on down here.
Oh,
Oh,
Love
wow.
it.
Oh,
my gosh, dude.
He's stolen
Every
Santa's
time.
cookies.
Every
Very
time.
nice.
He always
I'm-
he always does the best stuff when he's
Is that
on the
milk
boat.
in his hand or is that a White Claw?
It's milk. It's milk and
That's a
cookies.
White
He's
Claw.
Wait a
stolen
minute.
Santa's milk and cookies.
Let's be careful about how we say these things.
Make it a beer.
All right, so that is
That can be
James.
done.
How about a
So
breadstick?
next,
Olive Garden.
see, it's things like this. Pops. We've lost Pops.
Yeah, breadsticks
right
and
I'm right here.
dipping sauce.
Are you ready for your movie, or would you like me
Sure,
to
sure. I mean, it's pretty clear what I would want to do. I mean, I didn't think I
Oh,
needed to
no.
phone it in.
You're right. You're right. I know you're right.
The Marvels. The Marvels, right?
Knock the hose. knock the hose.
I did a stream on a Marvels, so
Iron
we've
Man
talked
3.
about that ad nauseum. But I just did a stream on Christmas Story a couple weeks ago, and
I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to be there. It's all everything. Nothing in my life works out the way it is supposed to.
But I think, like,
I'm firmly.
well, I should preface that though. But unlike Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story was, I mean, it was a success, but it wasn't a phenomenon. So Christmas Story is now a phenomenon. Like it took
Now.
years.
Yes.
I mean, I was well into college, and I had friends that had never, I mean, movie friends like you guys, and they had never seen it. So the phenomenon of all of these jokes it took a while for VHS and stuff to kind of get out there and get to everyone. And now it's kind of viral. And I think if you've never watched this movie with the subtitles on,
Oh my
you're doing a
gosh.
disservice to how brilliant the dialogue is written and this incredible narration that is just kind of it's so brilliant because it's sort of like the narration of the film drives everything because you are in the moments, you're in the past, you're in the future, and you're living this vicarious sort of amalgam of events that Ralphie is going through, and it's just incredible. And I don't even know how to do this
triple
jerk justice.
dog dare you.
In a slight breach of etiquette.
Just like out of curiosity, do you think this movie would be as popular if they didn't play it on TBS for 24 hours straight?
I actually think that does it a disservice. I think they've already done that in that routine. They would have they've done their thing and they made it popular. And I wish they would just stop doing the marathons and just let it breathe, because they're just burning people out on it at this point.
Here's the thing. I don't even know anybody who has cable at this point, so I don't even know what the big deal is.
Right.
Well, I didn't like it when I was wasn't a real big fan of this movie, to be honest.
Because you shut your whore mouth.
Because it was on so much.
That's the
right.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm getting at, is it's overplayed. The other thing is why it got so popular in the 80s and 90s is because the people then that were in
I think we can all
were the ones that that grew up as little kids during this time. So it really meant a lot to them. To us, we might get some of these experiences, but you're not gonna. No one here on this panel knows what it was like to be a kid in the 40s.
No,
that's true.
Remember, I was frozen for like a few years.
Well, that's
But I would caution you, Shieldwall, and I don't know, Roman. I don't know, James. You're not quite as old as us, so we had very similar experiences to this.
Yes.
Like, I don't think life
Life
was that significantly different between when this movie was supposed to take place and our life in the 70s and 80s.
I don't think it was either, and that's what I'm saying. That's why it was so popular then.
Right.
Is that
we could all relate to these.
We could relate to all this, but I don't think kids these days are having the same experience. It's just too much time has elapsed and so much has changed.
So I think we can. Oh, I'm sorry, Jacob. Go.
I think we can all empathize with Ralphie having to wear that bunny thing. I mean, we've all got.
There's moments where you can
relate you open something from grandma. Hope you have to go try it on.
And it's in fear. It's in literal fear. So I first saw this film. When I first saw this film, I was probably like around 12 or something. And I laughed my ass off. This was one of the funniest things I had ever seen. But like Pop-Up said, just the every year for every year for like the last 10 years, it's been on like a 24-hour loop. I hate this film now. I absolutely hate this film now.
Just because you're burned out on it?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I never watch anything. You'll find this surprising. We don't have a lot of time here of the Empire House. So we have to pick things very carefully that we watch. So we actually haven't watched this one this year. I didn't even necessarily need to, though. I've seen it so many times. And for me, I want to ask Pops this too. In this film, who is your GOAT?
What do you mean? You mean like performance-wise, or who do I see myself as, or what do you mean?
Just for you in the film, who was your GOAT? Who's the most important person in the movie for you?
The dad.
The
dad.
Yes.
For me,
Aaron McGavin makes this
the old movie. The old man is the movie. Like, and it's like his narration. It's like the old man is the movie. Like, it works. It works when you see them telling the story about the dad. It's like it's about his journey, and we don't even get that full picture. This is why I think that the sequel that they did, the Christmas Story Christmas, which came out last year, felt like it was heartfelt because Peter Billingsley and them made a film that made you hurt when you learned what has happened since this film. Like it made you, it kind of broke your heart. It's hard to watch. But I think that so many of us could really, I totally do agree with what JT had said about the next generations. I also agree with what Joker and what I said earlier too. They've overplayed this and it's harmed its legacy. And I wish they would just stop doing that. Does anyone else take their Christmas movies and just put them away? Like, I don't let them be out. I put them away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we have a special place for the Christmas film.
Yeah, I put them away. They're in a drawer in a different room. I like take them away. So my grandson loves trains, and he'll like bring up Polar Express. I'm like, all right, well, 10 months. You know, I'll tell you.
Well, that's also like why I'm like, because I also worked retail, and I was just lots of various things. Like, I don't like to celebrate Christmas until after, like, Black Friday, December 1st. Like, I got so fed up with Christmas 24/7 all day long, everywhere, all over the TV, and I'm just like, just celebrate it. Yeah. So that's why, like, for me, I haven't
until the first Sunday of Advent. That's when Catholic. That's when we roll into Christmas. We don't do it too early because Mrs. of the Empire will kill me, and I don't want to get the decorations down.
I think you're in a very
because I'll die.
rough relationship there, Roman.
But yeah, like, I don't listen to Christmas music, watch Christmas movies, or do anything Christmas related until December 1st till the new year. Like, that is it for me. So I guess that's why I'm not as burnt out on some of this stuff as maybe the rest of everybody. Like, I think the last time I watched this movie was about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah,
I can always
like you
squeeze
said,
them
if you don't
all
have cable, you don't see
Right.
it on TBS so much,
Or
but
Chile.
they still do it. And
I work in a bar. Trust me, they do.
I mean, TBS still exists. They still play this movie. And don't get me wrong, when I was a kid, I probably enjoyed it. But once I kept seeing it, like Joker said, it was just kind of like, okay, enough already. Like, can we play another Christmas movie? Like, it was just.
Well, it's kind of like the Mariah Carey, like, it's just like, don't, if I hear that first, like, no,
So you know, they play that song on a loop at Arkham as well. That's why I escape all the time.
So I actually, I'm sorry, I work part-time at a bar, and tonight is Christmas karaoke. Mariah
sweet
Carey.
Mother of God.
And they asked if I wanted to
baby Jesus.
if I wanted to work tonight and get extra chips. I was like, no, I do not. Please never refer me to Mariah Carey Christmas ever again for future time here on out. I'd rather hang out with you guys.
Bro, I'd rather like listen to screamo music for 3 hours.
I know.
The shorter bully reminds me of the lead singer
God,
of AC/DC.
Yeah.
Angus Young.
Yeah, he
right. Yeah, he does
Yeah.
look like Angus Young.
Yano would be proud of that. He would be down with that.
And accurate.
That's there were some good characters, like I said. It's just like Joker said, it just burns you out.
Well, I'm sad that the legacy has been tainted in so many ways. I purposely have sort of like a control of my Christmas experience in my house and don't allow things like that to happen. I think this film has so many layers of legacy, whether it be how it was made and kind of lightened in a bottle. And this was made on a shoestring budget. So, I mean, the city is to credit for the fact that we even got the parade scene because they left decorations up. The producer and the director had to be creative. Like, they called car clubs to get all those cars. There's no way they could have afforded to get all those cars and stuff like that. They kept the kids separate from the bullies. So a lot of those reactions were more natural and they were actually afraid, things like that. So there's all sorts of things you can look up on YouTube as well, special features, things like that. I've talked to Zach Ward, I've talked to Scott Schwartz, and these guys are they are just as shocked as us that this is like such a phenomenon because it was like another gig, right? And then Scott Schwartz was actually a bigger star at that point. He'd already done the movie Toy. So he didn't understand why he wasn't Ralphie, right? He got to be Flick. And it's like, wow, he's more known for that than he is Toy. So, yeah.
Has anybody seen the sequel?
Oh, sorry.
I didn't even know there was a sequel.
So there's a terrible thing rumored of a sequel called Christmas Story 2. That I don't know what that is, but there's this one called A Christmas Story Christmas that came out last year. And it is very heartfelt. It is made by Peter Billing. It's these people coming back. That one is very heartfelt. It's hard to watch though.
Mom. They had to replace the mom just because she was
she's already
she was too old. But everybody else is the original actor.
Poor kid.
Right.
Which is pretty incredible that they were able to
even the dad's actor still alive. I thought he was
no. He's passed away as well.
That's
So.
Movie. That's part of the whole point to why they do it. They did I thought they did a nice job with it.
But the coming of age elements in this film, as you get older and you kind of start seeing it through that way of like everything is set there to be a coming of age for Ralphie. He has to figure out how to stand up for himself. He's going to get an adult type gift, which is a gun. He's going to have to learn, different type of trials and tribulations. That's basically about Ralphie growing up. And I think that's why this movie was so timeless, even if people don't even realize that that's kind of what's engaging them on sort of a emotional level.
Oh, that kid.
Oh yes, it's so great. He can't
That
move
was
his
me.
arms.
Randy.
Randy.
Leave me.
She's getting
I
ready.
can't put my arms down.
Dad's gonna kill Ralphie.
I guess whatever's in the fridge, whatever you can find. Well, get me one of those other
That's
things.
gonna kill Ralphie. Ralphie's gonna die.
Oh, he wouldn't eat. He was on a hunger strike. There are so many parts of this movie that are relatable, either to yourself or someone in your family. You go from being Ralphie to being Darren McGavin, the dad, at some point, where his stream of profanity is circling the earth to this day. Thank you, son.
I still like with the leg. That's still to this day. I'm just like, that would have been fine, but not in front of the window for everyone else to see.
Hey,
but you have to understand what it represents, right? Because it represents that dreamer, right?
Yeah.
He's Ralphie.
And
he's the dreamer,
like,
and it's like that's
we're
his
gonna put this
award.
in
That's
the
some
front of the
value.
house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And it also represents that I think a lot of women can associate with is their husband doing some kind of jackassery that they're now got to put up with. You know what I mean?
We never do such things.
Never, ever.
But
Ever.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
false. Fake news.
That's why I'm divorced twice.
But see, also it goes to show the value though is that she lets him do it even though she doesn't want him to.
Right.
Meek and mild, which I am.
And it was so good.
So this was also one of those genius things, right? So they rehearsed the scene up until the point where they're going to bring the duck. She never saw the duck. So her reaction to that entire piece with the duck is all her seeing that for the very first time. Absolutely.
It had the head on it.
When they bring it back and she sees the duck and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" And then when they cut the head off, it's her. Oh, that is her reacting. 100%.
Rah 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 rah.
Yes.
I still like sing it like that sometimes.
No, everybody
No,
does.
la,
And
la,
help
la, la.
after you've seen the movie. Oh, there's Pops. Yeah, this is. Again.
And actually, I want to say this, and I want to. It's like this scene here that I really agree with Pops that the dad is the glue of the show because the mom was like, "Oh, grandma," and he's like, "Take it off, Ralphie, take it off. It's good." Take it off.
Do you want to take? And by the way, it is Aunt Clara. Just for you in chat who don't want to hate on this panel, just so you know, I do know it's Aunt Clara. So.
And then when he finally, when all the presents are done, and the dad is like, "Oh, what's that over there? Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah. Yes.
And remember, he never asked the dad for the gun. He had asked
No.
Mom, he asked Santa and the teacher. So, Dad just knows. Dad knows he's the key and the glue to everything going on there.
Yes.
He looks like a pink nightmare.
He was a very old school dad. Like they don't make dads like that much more.
Hey,
No, they don't.
when I was a little kid, I would get underneath
What a
the sink
chip!
like that.
A crummy ad.
What a chip!
Yeah, the cipher coder ring thing. Yeah,
Pops with some lava soap in his mouth.
Oh, I love that scene. He's like
Yes,
spinning
with
through it, wanting to know what it means, and it's like it
The
doesn't
soft
mean
glow of electric sex.
Okay. I'm enjoying this more now than if I ever watch it again. This is the enjoyment part right here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, because the thing was, I mean, like I said, if of our age, we kind of live this stuff, and like I said, you watch it when you want to watch it, but I'm a big fan of this one. So, Nomi, what is a Christmas movie you would like to discuss?
I would like to discuss Home Alone, the first
Oh
one.
yes, yeah.
Oh,
Good
wow.
one. Good one.
Because, go ahead, Jacob. Were you talking?
No, I said good one.
Okay, good one. All right. We all know Home Alone is a Christmas classic. You put it on, you can't miss it. There's quotable lines. It's memorable. We all grew up watching it. However, the reason why I brought up Home Alone, because I'm not sure if all of you guys know about this. Maybe I'm the only one thinking this. I would like to get y'all's opinions and thoughts about this. I recently saw Home Alone last week. And throughout the movie, when the family gets to the airport and they're like, please feel it, like jump in. I think this was planned for the robbers to rob the McAllister's house. I think the dad planned this massive trip for all the family members to get out of town, leave the house.
Oh
open.
no!
And the reason why the dad did that, this is my thoughts, is to cash in an insurance check, but he didn't account for Kevin being left behind. And that's what I'm thinking. I was like, oh my gosh, I think he did this, like he planned. How else did the two guys know to target that house particularly in that neighborhood?
Because it was the biggest house on the street.
That as well. But what else? The other houses. There's other houses that were in the neighborhood as well.
That house
could probably
massive.
It is massive, but the other houses are probably cheap, like not cheaper, but like better targets to get easy access in and out versus a bigger house like that. So that's just like my take on that. Like he was just trying to cash an insurance check, and if Kevin died, a bigger insurance check. That's just my thoughts. But I don't
So
like
the actual villain of Home Alone is the dad.
Yes, because
go.
hold on, when they get to Paris and they're trying to figure things out, Kevin's mom was the only one who went back, and the family stayed in Paris for them to enjoy Christmas.
No, they came back.
Yeah, they
came back.
They
showed up the same
back.
time.
Like,
They showed up the same time, like an hour later.
There's a whole bunch of fan theories about this movie, like she's talking about. One is that Kevin's dad's a mobster.
Yeah.
It's one of those rabbit holes of like the fans trying to explain plot holes, type of thing. That you could just dive. Like there's even one where like one of the characters is actually Satan. That's one of those is floating out there.
Wow.
Like then there's one where someone says, because for those of us who don't like Macaulay Culkin, we like this one, that Kevin's actually dead and it's his purgatory. It's like what?
Wow, that's a lot. That's
make a whole lot of sense.
That's a lot to absorb.
Yeah, if you want to go in a rabbit hole with this movie, go type up Home Alone fan theories, and you'll get a good couple hours of entertainment.
Oh my
You know what shocks me? That the
that
price
one.
of groceries nowadays.
Yes, JT, you brought this up.
Yeah.
So
1990 was $20. Now it's $70.
Also, the electricity bill.
Okay,
God.
Okay, Roman, go back one clip. Okay, so my best friend in college, his mom was a spitting image of Catherine O'Hara.
Nice.
I mean,
I love her.
dead ringer.
Oh,
I would have had her stovetop.
Ew.
You're talking about the stuffing, right?
Something would have got stuffed.
Make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, 1990 it was like $20, right? To go what he got in groceries. But nowadays, today, it's like last year it was the same amount of groceries, was 44 something. And today, if you went one more year, it's $70.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's completely out of
Congratulations, everyone. We made it.
Inflation.
I thought that was wild stat when I was reviewing. We reviewed this movie.
Yeah, there are a lot of
And if you're not paying attention when you're at restaurants, they are now increasing the credit card or debit card charges to 3.3%, I think.
Yep.
So that's why I'm now paying in cash.
Cash is king.
Cash is
But
king.
this movie was great. I mean, if you're a parent, it hits you in the gut because like we've all hopefully we don't leave our parent, our kids.
Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt, but yes, releasing them in Kraken. Kevin's dad throws Kevin's ticket in the garbage can. So
maybe Kevin deserved it. Have you ever thought of that?
Yeah, well, that's too, because like he was like a little punk, snot-nosed ass kid.
He was a little asshole.
Like I had to have a cheese pizza because I don't like anything because he was so picky, and he got in trouble because he got sent to the basement. Yeah, and it's always about Kevin. So that's why I believe it was planned to get Kevin, taken out.
What I liked about the movie is that after he found out he was alone, he freaked out. But then he was cool. He went shopping. He just lived his life, And
then he realized he needed his family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well,
that's just because he got lonely.
Yeah.
But he could functionally do everything. You know what I mean? Or talk.
Yeah, he's not scared anymore.
Yeah,
I always felt like that this guy should have adopted Kevin. Just like the McAllisters had too many kids. Just give one of them away.
This was also one of the top grossing comedies of all time for a very long time, for 20 some odd years. And then it got beat out by Hangover 2 or something. It was crazy.
Really, that's tragic.
This movie was a huge hit for so long.
Absolutely.
Kind of building on what Mando just said about the adoption thing. There's a fan theory out there that says that after this movie, the parents put Macaulay Culkin's character up for adoption, and the movie The Bad Son is that sequel.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, he does go to New York and get lost. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, how many times has this house been used in movies?
A lot.
This was the house from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it was, because I always ask my wife whenever we're watching it, seems like a John Hughes holiday film. It's like
it's also Ferris Bueller's house, wasn't it?
I think Uncle
No,
Buck's
I don't think it was
house
Ferris's
is in the
house.
same
I think it was Uncle Buck's house too.
It was
it's just one of those
Uncle
big
Buck's house,
Chicago.
Man, I love Uncle Buck. We watched that for the first time in a long time.
Shermer, Illinois.
Fun movie.
Shermer, Illinois.
The interesting thing about that house is you can take tours, and they have left some of the rooms as a home alone house, so you can take tours in it.
Wow.
Yep.
All the two robbers get all the bruises and marks.
Oh my God, there was just so many. When the spider was on his face and he's screaming,
I love that part.
That was my favorite part. I don't know why.
I was the whole time I'm watching this, I was like the paint cans on the head. I'm like, those guys are dead. They're dead or in the hospital.
Oh my God, they've been dead so many times.
Yeah, but that's typical slapstick. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
The iron on the face.
The nail through
and,
the foot.
Candy.
And do you, okay,
Oh,
so
Hey.
the real gem of
Sheboygan.
this movie is his character. He really
Oh yeah.
he really shows that she's not a bad
Polka,
parent.
polka,
She just made a
polka.
mistake because
Polka,
he's
polka.
he's a real gem.
I don't know.
of this
My
whole-
mom was just a bad parent. Even if she'd left me somewhere, she still would have been a bad parent. So
Hey, if I can tell a quick story about my life, when I was 3 years old, my mom
left.
my mom lost me in downtown El Paso, which is like a street across from Juarez, Mexico. So I could have been easily abducted.
no.
Yes, no, that is a real story. And I remember that at 3 years old. My mom losing me in downtown. And it is, yes, very traumatic. So yes, I understand what
Oh my
Kevin was going
God.
through.
Did you wander off, or she got separated from you in a crowd or something?
I think we got separated because I remember walking around and she wasn't there anymore. So I started wandering around. So technically yes and no. And she started wandering around looking for me, and me thinking like, oh, maybe she's outside. Let me walk and see if I can find her. And then some good saint found me and brought me inside to the store, and I was there with the employees until my mom found me. And that
Did
was
they have to
it.
do the thing over the,
Mhm.
there's
Yes.
a lost little girl looking for her mom?
Yep, I was separated from my mom for 45 minutes.
Wow.
Oh
She
my
must
God.
have been 45. That's a long time. She must have been going ape shit.
Yeah, she was. she was. And then, that was back in the 90s too. So that was, what Kevin was going through. If we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have pagers or anything. It's whatever's there as a resource. That's what we use.
She couldn't make you wear an
Smoke signals.
Apple
Hey, Roman.
AirTag.
Yeah.
Go back to where the flamethrower thing was happening. So for those of you who don't know from the construction industry, in order to make those actually flamethrower like this movie did, you had to actually know how to hack them. Like they normally wouldn't make a giant like burn a man alive flamethrower thing unless you knew how to sort of go in and manually modify the nozzle, which of course all my Italian uncles showed me by the time I was 6. Yeah. So, yeah, but that one. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the movie, mostly because I don't like Macaulay Culkin. When I see stuff like this in the movie, like all sorts of little inside jokes telling me that whoever did that prop knew the reference they were making, because Joe Pesci's Italian. If you don't get the thing I'm going with, yeah.
They actually, Joe Pesci and Kevin never talked on the set because Joe Pesci wanted Kevin to be afraid of him. He was very mean to him.
Oh, really?
On purpose until like the last day of shooting. Yeah.
Oh wow.
You're a mean one, Mr. Pesci.
That's Macaulay Culkin's brother, the kid that pees.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh dear. Is that Cullen?
Yes.
The one from Succession?
Yes. Yes,
Which
it
is
is
a great series, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Mac and
So,
cheese.
Home Alone. Wow.
Mac and cheese.
All right. So now we are rolling into our regulars. Jacob, what movie would you like to talk about?
Hang on just a second. I forgot the first movie I mentioned.
You sent me a list, Jacob.
Yes, I know.
I can read the list back to you.
It's the first one on the list. First one on the list.
I Remember the Night?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
I'm
old,
not
it's
I'm
old
not
one.
even remotely
It's an
familiar
old
with this.
one, but a good one.
All right. Give me
Of course, Jacob would have like the oldest one
Right.
available that nobody
reference
knows
here.
about.
We'll have to see.
Right here it is.
You're
Remember the
right.
Night? 1939. Wow, Jacob. Yeah, that would not be out of Jacob's wheelhouse. Is the thing? He's a man of classics. All right, so this I've never even heard of this thing, Jacob.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great movie.
it is listed on like if you go to like Rotten Tomatoes, like the highest rated Christmas movies. It's up there.
Really?
Yeah, it's like this. This lady gets arrested for shoplifting, and she's the prosecuting attorney. They have to close down like right before for Christmas, before they have to do the trial. So she's having to sit in jail for over Christmas weekend, and he's like, okay, and the prosecuting attorney is like, okay, I'll take her home for Christmas. So that's
And they
the
fall in
premise
love.
of the story.
Of course.
That's not inappropriate in any manner, way, shape,
No.
or form.
This is
Well,
this
he's
is
the
probably like
shaggy
the
dog.
first.
It's all
this is-
okay because he's the shaggy dog. It's fine.
This is probably the first Hallmark movie.
Probably. Yeah.
Yes. Did he?
Jacob!
Was his home a bed and breakfast that was on the verge of failure?
No.
No. Okay.
Did he chop down trees?
Right. Did he own a horse farm that was on the verge of failure and needed a woman good smart to get him out of it?
He's secretly a prince of a made-up
Whoa!
European country.
Yes. Yes.
I recently watched a one that was like about a class reunion. Everybody came back for their high school reunion.
And that's
Is that the
Fred-
tree lighting party or the cookie party or which one is it?
It was like, reunion, Christmas reunion or something. It was
Right.
That's Fred McMurray, who most people know from My Three Sons.
It's a
Shaggy dog. Sorry for the reference again.
it's a good redemption story too.
Absent-minded professor.
Yeah.
I mean, is she really a shoplifter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she actually is.
Yeah, she
It's
stole the
not-
radio.
it wasn't like
She got
look.
caught stealing. That's the
Oh,
whole point.
wow.
Yeah.
And there's the lady, the mom from It's a Wonderful Life. Isn't it?
Oops, there she is.
She. Oh my gosh! What we just talked about the other day.
It's so what I like about this, Jacob, is it's so wouldn't play today because okay, spoiler alert, she ends up changing her plea to guilty. And he's like, but I'm gonna marry you. And she says, no, I'll marry you if you still feel this way about me when I'm done with my jail sentence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, a woman
Yeah.
taking responsibility for actions? No.
Yeah.
Hey!
Unbelievable.
I take responsibility for
Crazy.
my actions. Excuse you.
We're talking about a modern
What's
holiday
going on here,
film
Jana?
being made. You just couldn't do it.
Oh
No.
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a great movie. You check it out.
Well, was that the lady from Titanic? In the
Good one, Dempsey. Anybody knows what he's
When
talking
I
about?
was 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm with you, buddy. This is interesting. No, like I said, I can't even comment on it, Jake, and I'm sorry, just because I haven't seen it.
Oh, that's okay.
you could
You know
probably
what this
find it
reminds me
somewhere.
of, though, is Misses of the Empire made me look at a movie the other night. I'm not going to bring up the stills. A movie called The Apartment. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, with Jack Lemmon.
Yes. Yep.
And she's like, well, it qualifies as a Christmas movie the same way that Die Hard does. And I'm
no,
like, all right,
that's not true. That's unfair. Don't get carried away, Mrs.
Well,
Empire.
It's in the movie. It is Christmas in the movie. So
your
qualifies.
definition is way too loose, but I get what you're saying.
If it's Christmas in the movie,
There is
Prometheus
Christmas.
qualifies as a Christmas movie.
No, it does not. It's
I know
it's not
Copa
a
sent
good
a
Christmas
picture
movie. I'm
of
just saying.
First Blood with there's a tiny Christmas tree behind
I know.
his shoulder.
So
Yo,
Chronicles of Narnia would also qualify as a Christmas movie.
Some people leave Christmas trees up all year long. They're called hillbillies.
Harry Potter
It has
would
Santa
too
Claus
because
in
they
it.
go on
Harry
Christmas.
Potter would too, yes.
They have Christmas. They have the Christmas
so good,
feast. There's
James.
like Christmas trees in the grand hall and all
Oh,
that.
you worked the lamp into it.
Yeah, the lamp's in
Good.
there now. Yeah.
Good
He's got some
call,
beer.
Jinja.
Oh my God!
Beer, so.
Oh, the Christmas commission from.
I want a turbo doll in that. Ninja.
Oh boy, I'll make it so.
Now look at
Here we go.
Yeah, that's. I might have to go watch that movie. Thanks, Jacob.
Yeah, good movie. Good movie.
Like I said,
And
never
that's
heard
the
of it.
famous
That's,
Barbara Stanwyck. If nobody's familiar with Barbara Stanwyck, she
Barbara
is
Stanwyck.
just
Barbara
she is
Stanwyck and Fred McMurray.
and she is a legend. I mean, she's won
was
so
the
many
check it
awards.
out.
It's insane.
All right, Matt. What do you got for your
So,
Christmas movie?
I will say
Before
the
you-
obvious.
wait,
Brazil's
before-
in it, I'm disqualifying.
Before he says anything, does anybody want to like take a bet on what Matt was going to say? Like, anybody want to like just like try to like if we had like options, we'd pick it out of a crowd kind of thing.
Does it take
Matt
place
always
in a
goes
building?
deep.
I'm gonna
I
guess.
think he's gonna go
when
with.
did Pops take off the bunny suit?
I think
I'm
he's gonna
gonna
go
guess-
with.
You just now noticed?
What are you
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
guess something. I'm gonna guess something Japanese.
I think he's gonna go with Debbie Does the North Pole.
I'm thinking that it's going to be a Doctor Who episode.
You're all wrong.
Iron Man 3.
Oh God!
Oh God! Oh,
Doctor
Pops.
Strange.
I'm.
Well, he threw
I'm-
Prometheus out there, so I'm just trying to I'm just throwing Ante on his
I'm
ridiculous
saying-
I think
definitions.
Iron Man 3 is better than Prometheus, but they're both horrible.
In
Ben-Hur.
case no one else brings it up, I will mention Die Hard at the end, okay? Because it is obviously my favorite Christmas movie. But I believe, was the oldest film someone's going to mention here, okay?
Oh God!
So before I share the IMDb so you can see stills of it, in 1905 or something around there, Victor Herbert wrote a play called Babes in Toyland, actually an opera, okay? And about 30 years later, Laurel and Hardy under RKO Pictures did the film Babes in Toyland, which is basically, if you've ever seen or read the original opera, they took the parts that were in Toyland and not the real world and made a movie out of it, right?
So March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Well, I'm getting there.
Is
Because
that it?
there's two different movies. See, Babes in Toyland is the original, because you might go want to watch this and not understand what you're watching. Babes in Toyland came out in 1934, and then they made like 5 different versions of the film until 20 years later, March of the Wooden Soldiers came out, okay, which was cut down, but it has better pacing than the others. So if you're going to watch any version of it, watch March of the Wooden Soldiers, and that's what I'm about to screen share here. If I could find the button.
Oh, okay, cool.
Button.
So, the great Laurel and Hardy. This is not actually black and white. It's filmed in something called like teal vision or whatever, which is why it doesn't look black and white.
Sepia.
And for those who don't know what the Toyland reference is, all of the classic fairy tales like Mother Goose, the old woman who lived in a shoe, Little Bo Peep, the cat, the
cat dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that's legit right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
And This was adapted. So what happened is Babes in Toyland was an opera that turned into a stage musical, and then the stage musical is what was used to make the movie. So that's why it looks like all stage sets,
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's Little Bo Peep is the woman, and she's scheduled to be married to this dude who's I don't remember his character name. I think he's what's his face with the candlestick. Jack jumped over the candlestick.
Jack be nimble.
Yeah, Jack be nimble. Jack be swift. Jack jumped over the candlestick. Yeah. And the villain is named Barnaby, and he's trying to blackmail Little Bo Peep's mom to make her marry him instead. Right?
Is he making sausage out of the
yes.
pig that he's
yes, it's a very these old fairy tales were very dark. You have to
very dark. Yeah.
That's an awesome set right there. The shoe.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That set piece is
Yeah, look at the sepia though. It really brings out so much.
This
It's
is
an
when he was
interesting
being
feel.
punished
to
by
things.
being dunked in some sort of syrup or something like that. These fairy tales,
That's what Batman did to Joker.
Yeah, they were in the stocks.
Hey, that never
Too soon,
happened.
too
You
soon.
just shut your mouth there.
Yeah. And they actually show the wooden soldiers at some point in this vast collage of film. There they are, right?
Oh wow.
So, yeah, and obviously we know what wooden soldiers are, right? So,
everybody has them on the tree. I have
the
several.
big climax of the film. Not to spoil it, but it's older than most of us. So, Laurel and Hardy are trying to free. So there's like a gateway to like a horror, like all the monsters live that Barnaby has control of. So he opens it up and they attack. And you can see them in the background here. See up in the top, all those little monster-looking guys at the top of the image.
Okay.
There, right. So Laurel and Hardy run to the factory and wind up all the wooden soldiers to come and save the town from the monsters. It has a lot of musical numbers in it, so it's not like a straight way. It even the version you'll watch of it has the musical numbers. Now if you want to watch the more musical version, go watch Babes in Toyland. If you want to watch them with a little more faster paced plot, watch the Wooden Soldiers. But I've watched this movie every year since I was probably 3 or 4 years old. It's funny enough, there's certain films I watch every year for the holidays. Obviously, Die Hard, but this film is probably I think this might be the oldest film I remember watching on the holidays. Okay. And it was a family event. We'd all get around and watch this thing. And then funny enough, right after this, for some reason in the US, Sergeant York was always broadcast like right after this on the same channel. So every year we'd watch this and Sergeant York. But look at the costumes, man. It's such a throwback, and
I mean, it's very Wizard of Oz-esque.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. It looks a lot.
That
like
Mickey Mouse
sets
down
and
there.
stuff.
That is a sort of Mickey Mouse knockoff.
That thing is creepy as hell. It looks like a skull.
Yeah. There's
Mickey's undead uncle.
The reason there's 5 different versions of this film is that there's copyright issues with all the versions of the film. So,
well, they all use too many pieces from the original 1934 this version, so it's all tied up because if there's a piece that's copyrighted, like they have a copyright claim. So that means even though they try to release these things as though they're like quote in public domain, they're really not. So it's gone all the way through like Ted Turner and stuff at one point. So I remember seeing some lawsuits about this back in the day, and I was like, wow, what a mess. I read that it was not. It'll be out of copyright within the next 10 years, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, a lot of things like the oldest version of Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie. He's about to hit public domain, I think, in a few months.
Oh yes, cannot wait.
Yeah. So the basic plot of the film is that Barnaby is trying to, like I said, blackmail Little Bo Peep's mom by having the mortgage to our shoe, and he eventually kidnaps the 3 little pigs. And eats them basically, and then frames Tom, who's Little Bo Peep's actual fiance. It sounds convoluted, but it's kind of fun and it's straightforward. I mean, I could talk on and on about this movie because I now want to go watch it. It's like Old King Cole. All the characters in here are such amazing, and they and the wooden soldiers are in like stop motion animation. So
cool.
What was the dude's name? Seawright, something like that. He's not obviously Ray Harryhausen. He's one of the other big ones from that era. oh god, my brain's just not.
He preceded Ray Harryhausen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and these are the monsters. I stopped them who have a name I don't remember right now. I mean, a lot of people watch Laurel and Hardy films anymore. There's old King Cole. Yeah. And this is them confronting Barnaby. And this is after they repelled the monsters. Yeah. There's a wooden soldier. Yeah. There's one of the 3 little pigs.
I've never seen this.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, we can keep going, but there's like 70 more pictures, I think. So,
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think there were like 80. I'm up to 46 of 80. So I mean, obviously we have a time limit. So, but both versions of this movie. See March of the Wooden Soldiers first. Then, if you want to see like the sort of fuller version, you go back to Babes in Toyland, and then maybe hunt down if you can find. I'm sure somewhere on YouTube is a full version of the opera.
So I mean, where could you find this one?
March of the Wooden Soldiers. Let's see what has it. Well, obviously I have it someplace. If people can't find it, they could ask me about it. But March of the Wooden Soldiers. Streaming.
I got a link for you.
Prime Video.
It's on YouTube.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh,
that's a great recommendation, Matt.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks really good.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it'll be all over the YouTube. It could be on YouTube because there's so many like copyright issues where, like, when they made the later versions where they pull parts out of it, or whatever. But like I said, it's just find March. If you still have broadcast channels, it's guaranteed to be on one of them every day all this month.
Oh, sure.
right on, dude.
I'll have to check it out. It looks actually really good.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't know it existed.
Yeah.
But this is what I appreciate. Other people's knowledge of little golden nuggets like that.
All right, what do we got here? There we go.
Checking in with James here.
Nice.
Oh, it's the Leg from the Christmas Story and the Gremlin and Santa.
Oh my gosh, dude!
And Turbo Man.
Oh, it's a Turbo Man.
Wait, is he crushing a blue Pabst?
Yes.
Yeah! Let's go.
Make sure you add a breadstick in there for Roman.
Breadstick or something.
Or add olives. Free
Yeah.
olives.
If those Pabst Blue Ribbons have a lot of sentimental value to me, because when we were TDY to Turkey, we could get them for 13 cents a can. So
Holy crap!
yeah,
Wow.
this is back in the 90s, early 90s, but still. Yeah, 13
Joker,
cents a
what do
can,
you have
can't
coming
beat
up,
that.
buddy?
Okay, well, I went off the beaten
Can I
path
can I
here.
guess? Can I guess?
You can guess.
The Star Wars Christmas special.
You know what? I was gonna say that as a joke, and the answer is no, because definitely not. But
Didn't that have
Red
B.
Letter
Arthur in it?
yes, they did.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so I was for the video that I did that I dropped yesterday. But I had to watch 3 films, and there is a Christmas film in the superhero genre that you would never think is a Christmas film, and it is a really underappreciated Christmas film, that being Shazam.
I'm out.
Well,
You know what?
Wow.
You're talking about
You're
Yeah.
making that up.
You did talk about this on one of your videos.
yes,
I
I
do
did.
remember. So
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna, I'm
did.
just
He,
gonna-
he
I'm
did
just
talk
gonna
about
let-
it.
I'm gonna
He's
let you
So
tell everybody.
So you got this. So you got this setting. It is December in Philadelphia, and the city is decorated.
I'm working on it, hang on.
And the city is decorated for Christmas. At the top of the rocky stairs, there's the big Christmas tree. There's Christmas lights all over the place. The movie ends. I mean, the movie starts with little drummer boy. There's a scene inside a mall, which Mando can attest to. When malls go all out for Christmas, there's the window paintings. They got the mall Santa. they have a Christmas carnival, but at the core of the story, like what that is Fury of the Gods.
Is that the wrong one?
Yep, that's the wrong
Yes,
one.
this is the second
I,
one.
Yeah, that's
I
not
haven't
it.
seen either one of these, so I can't
But
talk.
but at the core of the story,
kind of
like with what Nomi said with Home Alone, you've got a abandoned boy.
There it is.
They got a abandoned boy who gets put into the foster care system, and he runs away every time because he wants his mom. He wants his family. And he's searching for his mom. And he gets put into the final foster home that this is his last chance. And they're very open to him. They're very loving to him, and he still rejects it. And it's also very much a Joseph Campbell hero's journey as well, because when he gets imbued with the powers of the immortals, he doesn't want it. So he finally meets his mom, and his mom is like, yep. And his mom, his
Christmas.
real mom, and his real mom is just like, well, when I saw that the police were taking care of you, I knew that they would do a better job than me. So she leaves him, and then he is like, well, okay, cool. Well, I got to go back to my real family now. And then you get this iconic moment where his cell phone rings, and it's the bad guy, and he has all his foster brothers and sisters hostage. And this is when he accepts the call, and it's that scene on the rooftop where he jumps off, Shazam. And okay, just let it freeze here for go back and let it freeze on this for just a second. And he takes off, and the best part about this is what this film was saying is, you can have all the power in the world, but Shazam's true power is his family, those who care about him, those who love him. And finally one of the last scenes is they're all around the table, and he says, "I'm home." So this is just a very nice. It's a nice, fun, very family-friendly film set at Christmas time that is really underappreciated, and I think everyone should see. Just my thoughts.
No, I agree with you. Like, I didn't think about that right now of like it being based in Christmas, because it's a movie. It's like a superhero movie.
Right.
Like everyone's going through the superhero fatigue, and I didn't put that perspective in there. Of it being, family oriented.
I always enjoyed this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I did. But I didn't. I mean, for some reason, I did forget about the Christmas part of it. So, until Joker, with his wonderful video,
thank you,
explain that.
Yeah.
Thanks to that amazing intro. That was a gift from Mr. JT as well. So thank you, sir.
No problem.
Yeah. So like, I know that DC hasn't really made great hits of movies, and I know this one isn't like the greatest of them all, but I like Shazam out of all the DC movies because I wouldn't call it, I can relate to it on a lot of things. Growing up, my family were foster family, so we would take in kids in the system into our homes. So seeing this story is like, oh my gosh, like this is true. This is what kids are in the system go through. They want that longing for a family. They want to be accepted, and it's hard for them because they don't understand why their biological parents, are doing the things that they're doing that got them there in the first place. So I like it because it is definitely family oriented, and that he will die, or I can't say that word, but he would sacrifice himself for the love of the family that he just got without asking for it. So that's why I love it the most, because it hits home a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say a little bit, a lot of it. There we go.
And
Nice job, Joker.
And this is, thank you. And this is streaming. And this is streaming on Max, so you can see it. And again, I recommend you give it a watch.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of an underrated movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this is different than most of the DC films.
I would say this is probably my favorite film of the Snyder era DC films.
It's the most rewatchable for sure.
Oh,
yes.
definitely.
Man, DC.
I like when he tries to charge the guy's cell phone and the cell phone blows up.
He just cooks it. But
And also-
that's an interesting. I hadn't thought about that, but man.
Yeah. Also,
Well
the
played,
scene
Joker.
of the scene of Shazam going into the convenience store and like, yeah, we can get beer, and they get a case of beer and they try it and they don't like it. I think that's like
That tastes like
actually
actual
pretty-
vomit. No, it does not. You bite your tongue there, sir. That is a beautiful thing.
See, I'm more of a wine or rum person. I just.
Thank you, Zax.
Weird. All right, that was weird, Joker. I did not anticipate that. So,
If you watched his video, you would have.
Yeah, if you were supporting your other content creators.
Look,
Roman,
I
that's
do
what
my
you're talking
best, people. I have a limited amount of time.
Yeah, Roman.
Wow. We
Where's your
all know where
support?
we stand. I feel it in the air now.
Avatar's great there, Pops. Pops, I love that Avatar. Thank
We see what Mrs. Pop says. I'm going to put it on the playlist, Joker. Let's let you know what she says.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna go with some claymation, one of my all-time favorites, and I
Okay.
feel like it is.
Zombie.
Nice.
It's not given as much accolades as I think it should because a lot of the musical numbers are just on point, in my opinion. It's The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Oh yeah. That's a
Oh
good
my
one.
gosh, I love it
Yes.
so much.
So many
The
people are
Heat
like,
Miser
yeah,
song.
yes, I love Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Yeah.
But so many people are like, oh, it's the same thing as Here Comes Santa Claus. I'm like, yes and no. It's better in my opinion because
is it a
I
movie though, or more of a
I love this
short
one.
film?
Well, I mean, it's made for television.
yeah.
Yeah, but is it a movie or a short film?
It's one of the Rankin Bass holiday specials. They're all very good.
Yeah, I just
I like it too.
I've always considered it a movie.
qualify- Yeah, because this is the stuff that when we were growing up, it was you. I mean, you didn't have access to this all the time. It literally was that.
Yeah,
once
I
a year
remember the
thing.
first time I watched this and I
You missed
couldn't
it.
find it for years later because I was like, where did it go? Like, I saw it, I remember seeing it, and I couldn't find it till years later when YouTube was a thing.
Mhm.
I thought maybe I like had a fever dream or something.
Yeah, I mean,
And Snow
we have it on
Miser appears.
We have it on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm not
Snow
sure.
Miser appears in Batman and Robin.
Oh, you're right.
Aw.
Wow,
But yeah,
Joker
I just-
revealing like the
Is that a
truth to us
Christmas
and we're opening our our third eye over here.
Okay, so the Rankin Bass specials, which is one of them, holiday specials, were all just released on Blu-ray, I think, this year. So
Yes.
if you want to
Oh
get
my
high quality
gosh.
versions,
Oh,
head for it.
nice.
Oh.
Well, I
that-
used to have the
that must be a
VHS
must-get.
box set of a lot of these. And when I moved out, like they're probably with my mom somewhere in storage or whatnot. But yeah, like I always love all of the claymation stuff, and even the first one, like Here Comes Santa Claus or whatnot, like when Burgermeister's singing about like no more toys and stuff. Like I love the musical numbers in these claymations. Like every year I could go without watching most any other Christmas movies or anything, but I always watched at least this one, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Little Drummer Boy.
There was an
I
Easter
always
bunny.
watch-
There was an
I
Easter
always
bunny one
watch-
too.
Yeah,
I
Little
always
Drummer Boy
watched
is
the
not one of my
Was there-
films.
Yes. I always watched the one where Rudolph lost the power of his nose.
Yeah.
Yes,
remember
people
that
don't
one.
remember that one either.
Mhm.
Yeah, and there was an Easter bunny.
Oh,
Easter
here's our,
bunny.
oh, that's our song? I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know if that was our song yet. Do we miss our song? Do we miss our song? The Snow Miser, Heat Miser song? The dance?
Oh,
number?
it was I think a little bit further back.
He's Mr.
Yeah, we're way past it now.
Christmas. He's
Sorry,
Mr.
Mr. Sun.
He's Mr. Heat. He's Mr.
101.
They call me Heat
Miser.
Miser. Whatever I
Whatever I
touch.
touch.
Starts
We
to
should
melt.
be careful, guys.
Like-
It's such a good singing guy.
Too much.
Boom, boom.
Yes.
And
And then,
copyright
like
claim.
when Mrs. Claus goes over, both Heat Miser and Snow Miser says like, "Mother."
I'm Mr.
She
White
tattles.
Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow.
Mr. Snow.
That's a good one.
I'm Mr. Icicle.
Icicle.
I'm Mr. Ten Below.
Below.
Friends
Uh-huh.
call me
Call me
Snow Miser. Whatever
I touch turns to snow in my clutch.
Isn't that the
I'm
song Arnold
too much.
Schwarzenegger sings?
What's that?
I like the midgets.
Yeah.
The midgets.
It's awesome.
Jacob, you're
Mini
right.
misers, I think, would be the appropriate term.
Probably.
Jacob, you're right. Arnold does sing this song in Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Ah. Also, I don't know if you guys are aware of the fan theory out there about this. Some people suspect that this was all a fever dream by Mr. Claus or Santa Claus. That none of this happened.
Oh, you think it was? You don't think it was an insurance fraud from the Mrs. Claus?
I mean, I don't know, but yeah, it's I just so many people I feel like overlook this one, and it's just always been one of my favorites.
Well,
I
Another
wasn't singing
one.
Copa.
another one to add into this is Jack Frost.
Yes, I thought about that one.
Because what does Jack Frost use to make snowflakes? Scissors.
Yes, I thought about adding that one. Yes.
Stupid Jack Frost.
Roman, just share that briefly. This is a list of all the Rankin Bass holiday specials.
Oh, you got it.
can
Okay,
get. Yeah, this is what's on the Blu-ray. It's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Bro.
I didn't know there was that many.
Uh huh. Oh, there's a ton.
18 of them. Good lord.
Uh huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Animation for the time was like CGI stuff.
Yes, and to me it's so much better than a lot of stuff we have today. Like
the Life and Adventures of Santa Claus is a good one.
Yes.
Oh my God. Let's do the longer trip. Oh
Yep.
no.
Yes.
It's gonna make you cry all season. Yeah, that one's a rough one to get.
So the one that I was talking about earlier with the lion was the the claymation little drummer boy, because if you remember, there is a lot, or is that I'm getting that mixed up with a different one? I think it's this one. But yeah, there's like a little lion in there.
The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus is a good one. That's the one where they have like the round table.
Has anyone seen the cricket on the hearth? I don't think I've ever.
I haven't. I have. I actually have. Yes, the cricket. I love the cricket.
Oh. Wait, Pops, what do you got down here, Pops?
I'm giving everybody the full experience of what it was like.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
Bring back the nostalgia. Hit me hard with it.
Oh, wait, no sound. Hold on. Let me do
Smack me in the face with the nostalgia.
Yep.
Thing.
That Charlie Brown, Frosty, up.
Oh my
yes.
I saw this yesterday.
Oh, that part when Frosty melted.
Dude,
Bro, my heart ripped out of my chest when my 9-year-old self could not handle that.
If it was on one time, and if you missed it, you'd missed it for the whole year.
Absolutely.
No man died.
Yeah.
Shieldwall, do you have one that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, real quick. So How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1967, the OG one.
Okay.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I love that one. I have the record of that, in fact.
And then Trading Places. I also think that's a Christmas
movie.
Okay,
interesting.
But obviously, How the Grinch Stole Christmas is a really good one.
Yes.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Grinch.
Oh, I know. The soundtrack is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
And Boris Karloff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just it. It's got Boris Karloff in it.
Mr. Grinch.
Now, the first.
I wouldn't touch you with a 110-foot pole.
The first live action remake of this, Little Susie Lou Who. If you know of anything of any current rock music bands, she is now the lead singer of the Pretty Reckless. Her name is Taylor.
Yep, Taylor Momsen.
Really?
Huh.
Yep.
Huh,
I did
And
not
she
know that.
she is an extremely beautiful woman.
Yes.
she is.
Mm-hmm.
I have not watched any live action one. I watched the animated feature with Benedict Cumberbatch doing the voice.
Mhm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
was
I
good
don't.
too.
The Jim Carrey was the Grinch,
Yep.
right?
Okay,
Yep.
can
Yeah,
I
I
point
don't
something
like
out?
him.
Can I point something out in the Jim Carrey one? Like, I realized this last Christmas. So, at the Jim
It's
Carrey.
actually Kevin's dad.
Yes! Oh my god! No, just kidding. That's not. But if you've seen the Jim Carrey, the Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, if you guys remember the story, it's like the two women. I guess you can say that they're married couple, whatever. The two women who found the Grinch they were at a party, and if you pay attention to this party, they're all putting keys in a fishbowl. And that usually means it's a
swinger party.
It's a swinger
Yeah,
party.
swingers party.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
this
swingers.
is a kids movie. Why is this in here? So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Well, that movie came out too, and my children were very young. And let's just say Mrs. Pops wasn't real thrilled whenever the snow was bitching. So we had a van full of children who wanted to discuss how the snow was bitching, and I was like, "Wow, Mrs. Pops was not a happy cancer with Ron Howard after that
Oh my God!
Were the mashed potatoes bitching that night at the dinner table?
one. What it would be them doing things, and you just hear them going, because they obviously were whispering amongst themselves and things. Yes,
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Don't die.
I just try to catch myself.
Now I want to do like a watch party in my Discord of all of the claymation.
You should. That would be
stuff.
fun.
Yeah, that would be.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Oh, yeah,
derail
and
the conversation,
Elf.
guys. Elf is a
Sorry,
good one,
sorry.
but I'm burnt out on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it had claymation in it, though.
Never watched
It did. I loved it because of that.
Never watched Elf.
You're not missing out.
No,
Yeah.
you're not. Not really.
Oh, I disagree. I actually enjoy Elf. It's
It's a fun one.
Will Ferrell
what it is for me is Will
needs
Ferrell
to
is
go.
fearless, and even when he's goofy and stupid, this one is one where his character actually has heart and an arc. A story. There's actually a story arc. It's not like the Daddy Comes Home thing or whatever those are. Like those are just him being a goofball humor. This one is him being more like the innocent. He's a fish out of water going into the city and all those circumstances. So I think it plays really, really well into the seasonal messaging and stuff like that.
Yeah. What I really liked about that movie as a kid was always the made up names they had for stuff, the Hump Whizzle. And
Southern Nutcracker, man. Southern Nutcracker.
It's from Dr. Seuss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I liked it. Yeah, and that's the other thing is I'm old enough to remember my parents reading me Dr. Seuss for bedtime when I was real little.
I remember my last year of college. I had to take a class. It was oral interpretation of children's lit, and we had to do it was me and 3 other people, and we had to do a readers theater presentation, and we did How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh wow,
Christmas.
Oh, that's cool.
that is
a lot
cool.
of fun.
That's a fun read. It's a fun read.
Yeah.
Grinch would be such a fun role to do.
Look
Mhm.
at this. Look at
Oh
you.
my
That'd be the-
goodness, James.
Wow.
I really remember
That is
Green
cool.
Eggs and Ham. That was the one that
Mhm.
read the
Yeah.
most, I think.
Is there
poor
possibly a
Santa.
way to
No, Santa
incorporate
Claus all
a-
tied up. That's great.
Is there a way to incorporate a lightning bolt in there?
Oh yeah, for Shazam.
On his chest.
I was thinking for Harry Potter, but
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Who knows what between Zax and Copa and Nos what they're talking about?
Yeah, you're right.
And Shanna as well.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, we're going to start wrapping up here. We're going to go through our what we got coming up stuff, but this was fun. This was very enjoyable going through Christmas and Christmas adjacent films that we love. Oops, that's my.
Mine was not one of the adjacent films this time.
Not this time. You did well. You did well this time, Mando, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful that the Ghost in the Darkness did not make a Christmas
you should have just said that one, Mando. Just
I thought about it. I thought about it for like a split second, but
I'm so sorry. I just noticed I've been muted forever.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, well, I figured you were focusing, James. I figured he's really
I've been muted the whole time. That's horrible.
And you've done some great art on our shows. This is probably the most complicated piece you've done, though.
Yeah. You excelled with your art again.
Really cool.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I was making comments and saying things, and nobody was saying anything back. I was like,
much.
I know I'm not interesting, but am I that bad?
He was like, dang,
Oh gosh.
dang, these
best
guys
thing I've ever
are
said.
proud tonight, man.
Oh my God. Dempsey.
Oh, horrible.
So let's go around the horn here and do our exits. Shieldwall, do you have anything coming up for the remainder of the year?
I don't think so, unless Jacob's got something coming up. I don't think we have anything until the new year. Is that correct, Jacob?
Yep, that's right.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So nope, nothing. Unless you're gonna have a surprise show one of these days or something, then maybe I'd be on that or whatever. But right now, I don't have any.
Next week, who knows?
Yeah, I don't have any other.
I could have a Kwanzaa stream.
Yeah.
Jacob.
But yeah, thanks for having me on tonight. Great panel, everybody. It was nice seeing Jinja. First time streaming with Cap. I might have streamed with him on something else, maybe. I don't remember. But it's great seeing you here, dude. Pops, always a pleasure. And then of course Nomi. I think it's like our third or fourth stream. So
yeah, it's been a while, Shieldwall.
Yeah. Have you? So you still having fun throwing
tortillas at
people?
Dude, yeah, it was fun. When I was told what this parade was about, like, yeah, you get to throw tortillas at people. It's like, I don't know what that means, but okay. But I showed up the parade, and no, stacks of tortillas everywhere, and you just
is that an El Paso thing or?
It was in a California thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
So.
Okay.
Feliz Navidad tortillas.
Yeah, should do that, but no, it was the most liberal, politically correct place you can go, and that's throwing tortillas at people at a parade.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
I had candy thrown at me one time.
Yeah.
I heard they throw roast beef in San Francisco.
Really?
And of course, as always, Matt, bringing the knowledge. Really good stuff, man. That was a good pick for that movie that you brought up. So, and again, Roman, thanks for having me on your show. And for everybody that's ever had me on a show, I really appreciate it. It's lots of fun. So thank you. Also to the chat.
Right on, brother.
Great chat tonight. I don't know what Copa and Zax and Nos and Jenna were doing, though. I just looked down and I'd see some like nonsense.
Chat stream.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, okay, I have no idea what's going on. I'm sure
anyone
it's
really know?
Degenerate, whatever it is.
Well, almost certainly. I mean, because that's how it goes. All right, brother. Good. Mando, what do you got coming up for the remainder of the year?
So for the remainder of the year, of course, so our Monday D&D stream is going to be canceled, and of course Jacob and Roman are not doing anything this next week. So mostly I will be probably just doing some random Kick and Twitch streams throughout the week when I am able to. And of course, my new sponsors who is Black Knight Digital, who created the game Possessions, is sponsoring me, so I'm going to try and make sure I'm playing their game very often. My first sponsored stream was yesterday, and I'm going to try and play the game again tomorrow if I have enough people. Otherwise, I just might chat with my chat for a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of until the new year. It's just going to kind of be up in the air. Twitch and Kick. I tried to combine them into Twick.
Tit.
Yeah,
I heard tit. Yeah,
I heard
yeah,
tit.
Kitch.
that'll be the new buzzword.
Yeah, I heard
Kitchen
Oh,
Twitch.
Yeah. Oh well. I can't say words. Words are hard. So yeah, that's just be on the lookout on social media and stuff, and I'll probably just be going live at random times throughout the day.
Right on. Joker voice. What do you got coming up for the remainder of the year, bud?
Tomorrow night, Friday night's Royal Rumble over on Lead Talk. Going to be talking about this topic as well, and some other little things in Hollywood. Monday is the first full year of last week's News Now, the 52nd week of that. I've been going for an entire year with that. It's been a lot of fun.
Nice.
And unlike some folks who will be taking a week off, the Joker's never takes a day off. I will be doing a double review on Wednesday of Rebel Moon and Aquaman 2.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a
dear
lot.
God.
Oh my God. Oh,
I watch
buddy.
it. I watch like Pops. We watch it so you don't have to.
Yep. Wow. That's a heavy load, dude.
And then
that's lifting.
as far as streams I'm on next week, I don't know. You'll just watch the Twix, and you'll see it soon enough.
Oh my goodness. James, the Jinja Ninja, our man
Hello.
in Japan. You got anything else coming up this year, buddy? Wow, that is so good, dude.
Thanks, man.
Where's the lightning bolt?
Gosh.
On his cap.
Oh,
Yes!
so cute. Oh, I love it.
For me, I just got, if you want to go check it out over on Pop's channel, he did an interview with me and Angry Canadian about our experience at Tokyo Comic Con.
Yes,
and
that was
Okinawa
great.
Comic Con. Yeah.
Yes.
And so thanks to everybody out there, I'm going to be busy for the next 2 months just trying to catch up on these commissions that I've got.
Great.
So I'm going to be doing a live stream on Sunday night. Probably doing a lot of live streaming here in the near future, just working on the commissions. And so yeah, that's all I've got planned for the moment. And yeah, that's about all. But thanks again for having me on the show. And sorry for being muted there.
Always great to have you on, dude. Always.
Clarify, Sunday night means Sunday morning for us in America. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks. Thank
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, but thanks again for having me on the show, man. And I really appreciate it. It's always great to listen to you guys. I feel like I'm just a listener here because all the knowledge you guys have is so amazing. And yeah, so it's just fun being on here. A good time. Thank you.
Well, it's
Right
good
on.
that you have that many commissions that it keeps you that busy.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The people here are really supportive of the artists, and it was amazing. It's always an amazing experience here with the Comic Cons, and I know I talk about them all the time, but I just love it. I love the atmosphere and the vibe. Yeah.
Well, I hope you
Yeah.
had a good time in Okinawa.
Oh yeah, Okinawa was great. Yep. Can't wait to go back again. But thank you.
Cool. JT Gunn, what do you got coming up, you friggin' weirdo?
Red Six.
Well, again, thanks again for having me on the channel. I appreciate it. I know you and I have been trying to
We have.
get
It's been
something
like
going
this
on
for months. It's
for the next few
I'm glad we finally
last
got
few
to do
months
it.
here. So hopefully in 2024, you can be on my show and to be a
Yes.
guest.
I keep saying this. Each of you go into an Olive Garden and do the streams from Olive Gardens.
Dude,
Okay.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Oh my God.
That'd be fun.
All right.
As far as the remaining of 2023, no, I am on a little break. So I should be back the first week of January. And don't know the guest yet, if there will be one. But I also found a old picture of you, Roman. I sent it to
What
you
did you
on
do?
your Twitter DM, and you should probably share it with everyone because it's
Oh God!
I didn't know your love of breadsticks went all the way back to your younger years. So this is pretty amazing.
Oh my
Are we
God.
talking cave paintings now? Is that what you got pictures
All
of?
right, I'm getting
Petroglyphs? Are we
back
talking about
into the,
petroglyphs now?
to the Twitter here.
I mean, you're really
Oh,
into this breadstick.
Oh, that's so much worse. That's terrible.
Show it, show it, show it. Yes.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
That's
Back
awesome.
when Roman played with Roman and the breadsticks.
Is that a Gibson breadstick?
Instead of Savage Garden, he played in Olive Garden.
I
So
respect
horrible.
the
I don't even have words for how horrible that is.
The breadsticks.
I respect the armband
Yes.
shield there, but yeah, the breadstick. You got something going on with the breadstick.
God.
We need some garlic sauce being poured down his throat. That would be nice.
Right.
I don't know about anybody else, but all I do is
No, it
envision a
wouldn't
James
actually. No, it would
Hetfield
not.
sounding Olive Garden Roman song.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm starting to wonder if Roman is like, hey, people are like, post a picture of yourself a long time ago doing something cool. And if he's like, nah, not that one. JT will hit, nope, not that one. No, not that one. Nope. Breadsticks going to go in the wrong place here.
Is there almost no way we can make this work?
I have a folder
salad.
just of Roman with
Is-
breadstick.
Yes.
Well, it's good to have you on, dude. Well, yeah, first time on
Yeah.
the show, and we finally got to work together, and so yeah, I'm very happy to have you on, man.
And
Yeah,
after the breadstick picture, now the last time.
Even with the breadsticks,
That wasn't bad at
Pops.
all. Yeah.
No, he's had done far worse. So, Pops, I think you're done for the year too, yeah? Or do you have
Yeah,
anything
this
else?
is it. Now there's stuff that's pre-recorded, and I mean there's supposed to be editing that's supposed to happen. So I don't know. I'm so far behind because I got sick, so I lost a few days and messed everything up. But yeah, so there's a few things that'll come out over the next couple of days, different reviews, things like that. I think I definitely got my complaint about the show called Bookie. I got an unboxing that I've got coming on Christmas. Have some great. Pre-recorded. We already have a thing with Vex. Vex and I did a thing on Good,
nice.
Bad, and the Ugly that comes out next week.
Also, Vex, the original with Mando and I, the original Scissor Family.
That's right, the original Scissor Family. Yes.
I reveal, I believe it's on the 30th, kind of what will be part of the going forward animated Saturday morning cartoon stuff. I've got one
Nice.
picked out, so I'm going to do that. So that big reveal will happen on the 30th in lieu of Batman animated series. It's going to take a pause there.
I know what it is.
Because I don't want to, yeah, he knows. I don't want to spoil that, and I also don't want to demean the Batman animated series, but I don't want to get burned out on it. If you're a member, you can already go over and see these things. So if you're a member, you'd already know. So actually, I already have 2 Watch Your Stories. One's already published. I'm going to edit the other one right after we're done for January. So I have the Cannolis on, and I have the Dempseys on. So those are already done in the can.
Oh,
so
wow, cool.
already looking to come up with different twists or spins on the What's Your Story journey of pulling at that kind of thing. So, but I hope everybody has a great Christmas and holiday. I can't thank you enough for doing this. I'm a Christmas nerd through and through, so it's always a blast to do this kind of stuff. So appreciate it.
Thank you for being on with us again. Always love having you. You're, like I said, you're the of our twins. You're the good twin. So it's good to bring the balance to the force here.
Good.
And when did you put a sweater on? When did you put a
Ostrich
sweater
Christmas.
on? That's
What are you talking
also.
about? I've had this
He's
all the
always
time.
had this sweater on.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah,
been
didn't
with
you-
that the entire time.
Yeah, you're.
I've had this
you're
on
not
for a
paying
while.
attention.
What are you talking about?
Have you been drinking anything, Roman?
Well, yes.
I
that's
Yeah.
think
outside
that
the-
We're smoking?
under there.
It's the
That's-
ostrich Christmas sweater. Don't you remember the
Yeah,
conversation about the ostrich?
Yeah.
What do you- Roman, what?
And
what
you also
do
need
dip
to
your bread
you need to
in?
wipe
Sticks in?
your glasses. You have Olive Garden butter.
Yeah.
on
Clearly,
Butter.
clearly.
Mhm.
What do you
Oh,
dip your
Lord.
bread?
That wasn't oregano you put in your breadstick.
That wasn't
man.
oregano. Jacob Ironside, what do you have coming up, my friend? Anything else for the remainder of the year?
I'm still thinking about it. Might do just a hangout stream next week or something. But everything coming out the new year. I'll be taking a break from the Twilight Zone at the first Tuesday of the month, and I'll be doing some some X-Files episodes.
Oh, sweet mother of God.
And
yeah, baby.
Me and Mando
good thing is, Disney is going to be bringing that back.
Oh,
no.
Can't
No.
Yeah, so Disney's going to be bringing back X-Files. So, please don't watch that.
Me and Mando are collaborating on a little. We're going to be doing like a little Peanuts style comic strip with the raccoons.
Yes, the raccoons go on an adventure.
Yes,
fantastic.
But do the raccoons have scissors?
Well, thank you
them.
for being with us this one last show of the year, Jacob.
You had a great time. Good time.
Definitely.
Merry Christmas,
all right,
everybody.
Merry Christmas. Nicest person on the interwebs, Nomi the Only. What do you got coming up there? You more tortilla art?
No tortillas, but this Saturday I'll actually be doing a solo live stream. I'll be making a gingerbread house.
Nice.
Yeah, so I know people will be out and about getting ready for Christmas, but if you're at your family's house and you're just doom scrolling and you want something to see, just come through and I'll be just decorating a Christmas house or a gingerbread house.
That sounds lovely.
Yes, and other news that I haven't really announced yet is that yo soy una cara nueva de español or Midnight's Edge Español. Y yo
That's
le
right.
hace.
That's
yes.
right.
So for those who are not speaking Spanish, I'm one of the new faces of Midnight's Edge Español. So I'll be making the shorts over there, and I'm one of the new members.
Congratulations.
Right on.
Yeah, so you'll be seeing more content coming out of me, but on that channel.
Fantastic.
Polly is great.
Muy bien. Muy bien.
Polly is great people.
Oh my gosh, Polly is great. Like I got to know him in the past few days, and turns out he has family here in El Paso, and he's going to come out to visit. We're going to get some,
and Lily as well. So
we're going to get tortillas, and we're going to eat them, not throw them. So
and
good.
And
that's the way it should be.
Well, his and Polly's producer lives within 5 miles of me.
Yes, I'm aware. Yeah, I know that as well. So yeah, it's been a big old change of new things in my life, and I'm liking it.
Well, that's fantastic. That's wonderful news, Nomi.
Yeah, good job.
Oh, congratulations! Wow. And then Nomi exploded. That's fantastic. Well, thank you for being with us for this last show of the year. Always wonderful to have you again. The nicest person on the interwebs.
That's a lie.
That's
and
a
then
lie. I've seen her on other
There's
channels.
Matt. Matt, what do you got coming up there, buddy?
So Nomi just reminded me of a funny holiday incident about gingerbread houses, which I will share for the holiday spirit. So gingerbread houses are not really an Italian American thing. We've adopted them, but they weren't in our roots, right? So when I was like 4 or 5 years old, one of my old Italian aunts, who had to be in her 70s, she died when I was like 10. She decided she was going to make a gingerbread house, a gingerbread house, and we were told not to try to eat it because apparently she asked her husband, who is carpenter, how do you hold the thing together, and he gave her epoxy, industrial strength epoxy. So the thing was like glued together, like if you broke it, like the gingerbread parts, which she overcooked, so they were like hard as brick anyway. It might as well have been a brick house with like the joints. You couldn't break the joints. Like if you broke it enough, there were these sheets of epoxy you could hold up like a sword, and no one ate it, obviously, but it did look pretty good because she also painted it. So.
That's cool.
Very cool.
But yeah, so those old Italian holidays. I miss all my dead relatives. They were like so awesome,
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah. Let's see. Tomorrow, well, on Fridays, I guess I should say, I have my Friday Fandemonium live show from between 3 and 4, depending on how many unboxings I have, which should be 3 tomorrow. I will spoiler and say that I found something that could be really cool, and we'll all find out together. It's been sitting unopened for a week now, calling to me in the other room. A possible good thing about things going to the public domain, so we'll find out together tomorrow, and I'll be big about that. Let's see what else. Some unboxing, some comic talk. some follow up on the bait and switch with Marvel that Marvel's trying to pull with the wedding again tomorrow, the Spider-Man's wedding. What else? Cool. I'm reviewing Reacher. Reacher and Monarch both just dropped within the past hour. Can you all guess which one I'm watching first? Hint
Reacher.
is
Good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Reacher.
Which, by the way, I'll check. I've been checking every 10 minutes now on my stats for it. That Reacher, my Reacher third review. I'm not saying it's the greatest review ever, but I've gotten from. Let's see. Let's update and see if anything's changed. Right. So I've gone since when I started Pop's live stream. When I logged onto his live stream, what did I come on? 6 Pop. I had 87 followers, right, on my channel. Now I have 95. And
Nice.
my Reacher review went from like 800 or 900 views to like 1197.
Wow.
Yeah. For the third one. The first and second, like 80 or 79, which is still high for me. But so apparently I've tapped into something, hoping that my Reacher will propel me to help me reach new heights.
It's a good series. It's a good series.
It is.
Yep. I'll talk. We're near the ending, so I'll talk. Well, I'll talk more on my show tomorrow. Or if someone wants to do a talk about Reacher, I know everyone's taking off for the holiday, but I can fill in maybe next Thursday with a Reacher talk if people want to do it.
I'd like to do something with you after I get back in January, like a season finale. Type
yeah,
thing or
we can
something
do
like
that too.
That'd be
Pops.
cool.
Yeah. So we'll talk after you get back. And what else I got going on? I occasionally guest on Roman's channel, obviously, and Jacob Ironside's movie talk, his popcorn talk, and all that. Which Jacob, are your old episodes still up? I went looking for one and I didn't see it.
Yeah, they should be.
Well, anyway, in any case, because we did a couple. One about John Wayne and John, director
John Ford.
John Ford. I keep want to say John Hurt. John Ford. That's one of my all-time favorite collabs with someone. Jacob, we had such a good vibe on that.
Yeah,
so
that was a great stream.
And what else we got going on? That's about it for now. So every Friday at 3:00, you'll find me live.
Right on.
Thanks, Matt.
Gotta love the Jinja Santa.
I know there was a lot. There was a lot of scrambling going on there.
Sorry about that.
It's like, so, as far as we go, next week we are off here at Of the Empire. The first week of January, we're going to be doing a free range stream to get back in the saddle, and then the following week, the 11th of January, that's going to be a nice one. That we are doing the classic 1979 film, The Black Hole. So that's that. I've got.
Are you talking about a famous actress? Black Hole?
No, not a euphemism, but an actual the film.
So I thought you were talking about the lady from Titanic.
Do the right search on that, otherwise it's going to be
oh god.
So for everyone, I want to thank the panel again. You guys, a wonderful end of the year stream. You guys are always
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Nice getting to work with JT for the first time, getting to have Nomi back and James and Pops, and then the rest of you who are our usual week to week friends. So wonderful to have you here, and thank you for the last year. By the way, last year was fantastic. We all get to work together a lot more, and
and it was fun meeting you in Vegas this year.
Well, I'll be. Are you going to be able to be? Are you going to be back this year or next year? I should say.
Depends on the date.
I'll be
time.
there.
I'll be there.
I'm going.
I'm going to try and
We're going
be
to
there.
Olive Garden.
Let's do it.
I'll bring you some breadsticks.
Nomi, don't wander off this time.
just don't get me like 60 server White Claws, and I won't wander off.
If I'm able to go to Vegas this year, like
you must
me
come to Vegas.
I'm gonna try.
So and to the chat again, you're all just fantastic. This was heavy chat tonight. This is great. You guys bring knowledge, you bring humor, and you make fun of me a lot, and I appreciate that. So thank you all for being part of the show. I mean, that's what makes the show.
It's because we love you, Roman.
And Pops did. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
You're wearing a different outfit.
He's been wearing that the whole show.
What are you talking about? I had this on earlier.
Roman, I think you've been too many times by those keyboards.
Drink water now.
This show is
Yeah,
really
water.
getting stranger and stranger and stranger
Right.
as time goes on.
It's getting stranger and stranger. So for the Roman of the Empire channel, and that's it for the year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you all. I hope you all are having a wonderful time. Remember to keep an eye on your family and friends. It is that time of year when things can happen. So, hey, you're doing okay? Goes a long way. But Merry Christmas to everyone, and to
Merry
all
Christmas.
It's Christmas.
a good night.
And Happy New
Merry
Year.
Christmas.